Hiya guys, welcome to my channel. Every pound counts. I just want to show you what I do every payday to help me along my journey on low pay to financial freedom. It's all about managing your money. So I create a budget that every month I get paid and I can allocate where my money is going to achieve short-term and long-term goals. It's all about managing your money, tracking your income, expenses, and kind of get a grip of where your money is going. Every month I get paid, so we'll start from November. Up here is my basic salary. So I do 35 hours a week and I come out with £1,771.43 a month after all deductions. So I'll pop it in here. Any overtime I do it as a second job. So this month I've done 24 hours overtime and 10 hours on a Sunday. That's gave me a take-home pay of £304.76p. Any interest I earn, I will pop it in here. At the moment I have around £6,000 in Trading 212 at 3.85% interest, and that's given me around 17.20 a month interest. I also have some funds in the stocks and shares on Trading 212, but they haven't given me no dividends this month. But I do think I'm going to get some dividends at the start of December, but I'll put that in December's pay. At the moment I'll leave that blank. I also take on an additional couple of hours a month. That gives me £70. So I have it all, I formatted it so it all calculates for me. So this month I had a take-home pay of £2,163.39p. My fixed costs are the same every month for now, but my car finance payments do end in March, so I'll save £65 there. So housing, I'm very fortunate to live with family, so I pay £300 towards the housing costs, including electric and gas. I pay £65 on the finance, that runs out in March. I pay a college overpayment. When I was younger, I thought the student finance was a way to get rich, so I got the student finance and I had to make the repayments of £50 a month. I have a gym membership because I have good intentions to get fitter, but I don't always use it, but I will keep that because I can go whenever I want to. So my fixed cost for the month is £442. That gives me a net income of £1,721.39p each month, this month. So I allocate it into savings pots, cash pots and a holiday pot. So I put 70% of my net income into the savings pot, 20% into the cash pot and 10% into a holidays pot, because you also need to enjoy life, and going on holidays one of the main things I look forward to each year. Creates memories and it's just to have a good time. It also helps in the winter months to have a little holidays on the horizon. Helps get through the winter months, gives you something to look forward to. And I do like researching the holidays, seeing what we can do there. So like I say, I have three categories: savings, cash and holidays. In my savings pot I put 70% in a month, in my cash pot 20% in a month, and in my holidays pot 10% a month. So in my savings pot I have £1,204.97p, which is 70% of my net income. I have an emergency fund of a regular saver, and I use it as my emergency fund. I put £400 a month in. That gives me £4,800 a year, plus £150 interest each year. That will just help me if any unexpected expenses arise. I tend to not spend it, and at the end of the year I'll probably put 1,800 of that money, if I've not used it, into the stocks. So I'll have a £3,000 emergency fund, then start it the next year, £400 a month, and I'll do it like that. So each year I'll actually accumulate £3,000, and I'll put an extra £1,800 into my stocks. I am hopefully looking to become a homeowner, so I have a lifetime ISA, better known as my friend Lisa. So I put the maximum you can put in there a year is £4,000, and that gives you £1,000 government bonus. Then you get daily interest, monthly interest accumulated daily, which also helps out. So I put my max allowance in there is £333 a month, gives you basically £4,000 a year. I also have put money away for birthdays, Christmases, and my car. So birthdays, I tend to save up around £540 a year for birthdays. That's for me and the girlfriends, me and my daughter, and my mum and brother. I tend to spend around £540. If I do have to spend a bit more, I would take my spend on the cash pot that month, but I tend to not spend that much more. So I do the same with Christmas. So like now, when Christmas has come up, I go into my Christmas pot. I've got £540 there, ready to spend at Christmas. Car, for my car insurance and car tax, I put £45 in a month. Gives me £540. My car insurance is generally around £300, and the car tax is just under £200. It normally gives me 50 quid to play with in case I need to get any other bits. So with my savings part, after I've done my essential savings, my emergency funds, lifetime ISA, birthdays, Christmas and car, whatever's left goes into the stocks ISA. So I formatted this so it calculates after all them expenses. I put the rest in a lifetime in stocks ISA. So this month I'll put £336.97p in my stocks ISA. I will, on my next video, show you my portfolio. I try and minimize the risk, but then you're also minimizing the potential gains, but I prefer to accumulate wealth and not have to worry about it every night of what's in my stocks if they're going up and down. You never know with stocks, they can go up and down, but generally what I invest in, the trajectory is up, even though you do get dips, which I try not to look at every time. I might look at once a month, but yeah, I try not to do more than that. So I have a cash pot. This is the money I spend per month. I give myself a £260 spend per month. I tend to not really spend that much because I have 2 to 3 days of work a week, and they're the only days I actually spend money, and I tend to not spend too much anyway. I might get a Greggs meal deal, a Tesco meal deal, something like that, or go out to like McDonald's with my daughter. Date night. So me and the missus, we do date night each month. One time I will pay, one time she will pay. It's a surprise to each other. So this month I've allocated £84.28 to the date night. That'll go towards the date night, and also once a month we like to cook a meal together. So we look at a meal online, something that we fancy, and we buy all the ingredients and all the products together, pop it in, make the meal together. It's like another romantic night. Then we'll probably watch a movie, have a massage together, things like that. So this month is £84 towards date night and the meal. I probably won't spend nowhere near that much, because date night can even consist of 2 for 1 at the cinema. Buy a couple of snacks, probably cost you £30. And we only tend to spend about 20, 25. We only tend to spend about £20 each putting towards the meal. So with whatever money I've got left over, it will also go into the stocks and shares. But I don't really allocate that, it just depends how it drops. My holidays pot, this is what I love to do. Go on holiday around the world with the missus or with my daughter, and it just creates memories, gives me a purpose, something to look forward to, something I really enjoy. So I do make sure I've allocated money for a holiday. We like to do one main holiday, which will be around £600 each, and we both come together, decide where we're going during the winter for the summer, to give us something to look forward to. We do a smaller holiday, maybe half a week or a weekend getaway around Europe. So I allocate funds to that, normally about £500 that it'll take me to a year. I'd like to take my daughter on a UK beach holiday, just daddy and daughter. So I normally allocate about £400 for that. We'll probably do 3 or 4 nights away at a UK beach holiday. I do enjoy doing that. Then I also allocate a little bit of money towards a UK trip. So whatever's left after the main holiday, the secondary holiday, and the main UK beach holiday, I'll put towards a UK trip. I do love the UK, the only problem is the weather. If we had good weather, I would say some of the destinations in the UK match most of Europe. Maybe the sea's not as clean or as blue. But yeah, this is what I do every month. This is my budget. Every month I allocate my money, and it just helps me keep track of everything, keep track of my journey towards financial freedom. I'm saving for a potential house. I've got an emergency fund, put money in for the stocks and shares for more longer term, and I've allocated my main expenses. The job I've got, when I go to work, I tend to not spend no money. I'll walk to work, I'll walk back, and you kind of eat on the job. So I'm doing 12-hour days, so you're getting most of your meals at work, to be honest with you. So I have no spending there. But yeah, every month I'll be releasing a video of my monthly budget, how much I've earned, what's going out, what's going where. And following this, I'll also show you my stocks and shares portfolio. At the moment it's around £5,000, but I'll go through that more on my next video. But yeah guys, I think to get towards your goals of financial freedom, you've got to manage your money. You've got to allocate your money to your expenses, where they're going, and actually have some control. And I like to write it down and put it on a spreadsheet, so I've got a visualization of where all my money is going. But yeah, thank you guys.